Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on 90 Day Fiance, Season 10, Episode 7. It's titled Speak Now or Forever Hold Your Peace. Nobody got married, so I don't know why that's the title. Anyway, let's get started. First up, it's Jasmine and Gino. Okay, so we pick up where we left off. Jasmine is outside in the rain, walking, crying, talking about she want to go home. She can't breathe. She's walking, she's talking, and she's bawling. She's breathing. Okay? Then the producer goes up to Gino's car and asked him what happened. He tells the producer that Jasmine found lip gloss in his car and flipped her lid. And he denies cheating on Jasmine. Jasmine goes over to Gino's car. Gino gets out of the car and told her that he has not been with any girls, but Jasmine tells him to take her back to the house so that she can get her dog and her things, and she told him to book her a flight back to Panama. And she tells him that she does not want to be with him anymore. He tells her again that he did not cheat on her. She yells at him and told him he did. So they are outside in the parking lot in the rain, yelling and screaming at each other. Then when things finally calm down, Gino puts his arms around her and she cries on his shoulder. In our confessional, Jasmine said that her father abandoned her when she was 3, so she has abandonment issues. But Gino wasn't abandoning her. She's the one that was trying to abandon him. She told him she wanted to go back to Panama. She's going to get her dogs, get her things, and go back to Panama. He wasn't abandoning her. She was abandoning him. Anyway, she complains about being cold, so they get back into the car and calmly talked. Next, Jasmine is at the house cleaning, and she found a napkin with stuff written on it from Gino's ex-wife and a card from Gino's ex-wife. She also found a Kama Sutra magazine, lubricant, and the word bitches written in Spanish on some notepad. Jasmine went to Gino's ex-wife's social media and saw a photo of the ex-wife dog, and the dog looked just like Jasmine's dog. Jasmine is obsessed with this woman, with Gino's ex-wife. She's obsessed with her. So Gino comes home and he had bought some stuff for the dog. So Jasmine asks him why is he keeping things from his ex-wife, and Gino said he forgot to throw them away. Jasmine rips up the napkin that had a little note from the ex-wife on it. She rips it up and throws that at Gino, and then she exits the room. Gino's getting tired of Jasmine, and so am I. Next, Jasmine meets up with one of Gino's female relatives, Michelle, at the nail salon. They are getting pedicures, and Jasmine tells Michelle about the things she found in the house that belonged to Gino's ex-wife. Michelle told Jasmine to trust Gino and to believe him when he says he's not a cheater. Michelle told Jasmine that they should have a ladies' night out since Gino already had a bachelor's party. Michelle told Jasmine that Gino had a bachelor party the night before she came, and it was at a strip club. Jasmine asked Michelle if the strippers touched Gino. How would she know? She wasn't at the club, Jasmine. Michelle said, I'm pretty sure he was touched. Then Jasmine told Michelle that Gino is in big trouble. That was the end of Gino and Jasmine. Next up, it's Sophie and Rob. Sophie invites Rob over to talk. She tells the producer that she does not want to go to Rob's place because it's gross. So Rob comes over with a rose. So they sit in the living room to talk, and he tells her that the nudies that he looked at online is like junk mail. It means nothing. Instead of saying to her, "I'm sorry, I'm disgusting, I'll try not to do it again," he says it's junk mail. It's like junk mail. She said to him, "You did it once. You know I don't like it. Why did you do it again?" They talked back and forth. Then he apologizes and told her he would make it up to her. And she said, "Okay." Just like that. It was that easy to get you back. What's her name? Sophie? It was that easy to get you back? Sophie is determined to marry this jerk. He told her he's trying to make it up to her by giving her a rose. And that was all it took. Easy peasy. Next up, Nick and Justin. Justin and Nikki, they go shopping for something for her to wear because she's going to meet his parents. But this is not her first time meeting his parents. This is her first time meeting them, with them knowing that she's trans. Justin told us in his confessional that his parents know that Nikki is trans, but he doesn't know how they will act when they meet her. But they met her before. They just haven't met her knowing that she's trans. That's what I think. So he wants her to dress simple with less makeup. But Nikki doesn't. So he took her clothes shopping, but she didn't like any of the clothes in the shop. So next scene, they are on their way to meet Gino's parents, and Nikki starts an argument with him. She tells him that she doesn't think that he's attracted to her. Then they started arguing about how rough Nikki is in bed. He basically told her that he's afraid of her, that she's too wild. She told him that he can't handle her, and they were not meant for each other. In his confessional, he said she asks for sex by yelling at him. He said he can't take it. It's too much pressure. So they are arguing back and forth. She yells, "I'm passionate and you're cold. You need a simple woman. I will never be simple." He told her she needs a robot. So they argue some more. Then she starts to cry. And I'm sick of these two also. I think she needs to be more patient with him. And she needs to be more gentler with him. He told her that she's too rough, and he's asking her to give him more time. So she needs to be more patient. She needs to be more gentle with him. But all she's thinking about is what she wants. That's the end of them. Next, it's Ashley and Manuel. They are still talking to this therapist. Ashley told the therapist that she has not met Manuel's kids yet, and she's about to be their stepmama. Manuel said, "I have introduced her to them." The therapist said she should get to know them. I say if she wants to get to know them, then she needs to go to Ecuador. Is that where you're from? Ecuador? She needs to go to where they are if she wants to get to know them. She needs to go to Ecuador. How else is she supposed to get to know them? They can't come to the States. Manuel said it doesn't make sense for her to meet his kids because she wouldn't understand the way they talk and she may lose her patience with them. So basically he's saying that she's not good enough to meet his kids because he's saying that, you know, they're teenagers and she'll lose patience with them and start yelling at them because she'll lose patience with him and yell at him. So he don't want her to meet his kids because he don't want her yelling at his kids. So the therapist told him to give her a chance. In his confessional, Manuel said his kids are 12 and 14 and Ashley gets upset easily and flies off the rails. Those weren't exactly his words, but, you know, basically that's what he said. He said he has to protect his kids from the crazy witch lady. Again, those weren't his exact words, but that's what he meant. The therapist told him that Ashley loves him and wants to be a part of his entire life. Ashley told the therapist that Manuel told her that he has to send $250 to his family at the end of the month. Ashley said he can't work, so she has to send her money to his family. Well, what I say, Ashley, is why didn't you guys discuss this before he came to the States? You knew when he left his country and came to the States, he wasn't going to be working for a while. So he wouldn't have any money to send to his kids to provide for his kids and whoever else he's providing for, like maybe his mother. So she knew that when he came to the States, he wasn't going to have a job for a while, and he has to provide for his kids in some kind of way, right? And plus, she's getting paid for this show. He's not getting paid. I heard that the foreigners don't get paid, so she's getting paid. So and she wouldn't be on the show without Manuel. She couldn't be on the show by herself. She needed a partner to be on the show with, so she couldn't have been on the show with Manuel. So she might as well use some of that money that she's getting from the show and send to his kids to support his kids. So why is she having a problem with, I gotta send $250? Why is she having a problem with that? Yes, you do. This man has to support his teenage kids. How do you think they're going to be supported when he's over here with no job? Girl, she's crazy. She's a nut. What kind of witch is she? Where was I? She shouldn't have a problem with sending $250 to his family because she knew that when he was coming over here, he wouldn't be able to work and his kids needs to be supported. At the end of the therapy session, she agreed to quit always yelling and screaming at him like a banshee, and he agreed to let her in on what's going on with him and his family. Next, they go to a restaurant. They talked about the session with the therapist. Manuel thought that going to the therapist was like a clown show. He doesn't understand why people go to therapy. He thinks they should handle their problems on their own. And he doesn't want to go back to the therapy. She told him that she wants to be able to trust him. He told her if she wants trust, then she has to give trust. My eyelash is falling off. Okay. Manuel said in his confessional that Ashley doesn't listen to him, but she listens to everyone else. Then they start arguing. He told her she can go see the therapist, but he is not going. When they left the restaurant, he didn't want to get into her car. He wanted to walk home. And that's the end of Ashley and Manuel. Next up is Clayton and Anna Lee. They wake up in the morning, and Clayton is pretty bummed that he got no loving. In her confessional, Annalise said the walls are thin and she did not want his mother to hear them. So she's saying that's the reason why she didn't give it up to Clayton. I think Annalise is a liar. How does she know how thin the walls are? This is her first night there. This is her first day there. Did she go around tapping on the walls to see how thin they are or how you can hear? And if that was the case, she would have told him, no, I don't want to do it. The walls are too thin. She would have told him that. But she said, no, go over there, put the bear in between us, and I'm staying on here. And leave me alone. If the wall was the issue, she would have told him. Plus, he has no headboard. The headboard wouldn't have been banging on the wall for the mother to hear anything anyhow. He has no headboard. Next, Clayton takes her horseback riding. When they were done horseback riding, they sit down to have a talk. Clayton told her that now that she's here in the States, she can post him on her social media. In her confessional, she said she can't post him on her social media because she hasn't told her father that she's engaged. And she didn't tell her father because Clayton proposed so quickly that, it was too fast for her to let her father know that she's engaged. So she told Clayton that she is not going to post anything now on her social media because her father will not approve of Clayton because he's an American. Clayton asked her when is she going to tell her father the truth. She said she doesn't know when she will tell her father because he's old-fashioned. Clayton told her that they will be married in 3 months. She said her father doesn't know that. Clayton told her that then you're telling another lie. That's what Annalise is a liar. He said, then you'll be telling another lie. Clayton said to her, what are you going to do after 3 months? After 3 months and they're married, what are you going to do? He said, are you going to tell them that I'm your boyfriend after 3 months instead of telling him that I'm your husband? He asked her if she's going to wait another whole year to finally tell her father that she has a husband. She told him that she's going to tell her father that she met him in the States. So after 3 months, she's going to tell her father, I met this guy. I'm dating this guy. Clayton is hurt that her father doesn't know anything about him. Annalise said to him that he better not pressure her into telling her father about him, because if he does, she won't tell him at all. And she told him she was done talking about it. So Annalise is a liar, and she's bossy, and she is the one wearing the pants in the relationship. Next, the mother, Annalise, and Clayton goes to meet up with Clayton's sister, Brandy. They met up at some bourbon place because Brandy likes to drink. In her confessional, Annalise said Clayton told her that Brandy gets jealous of his girlfriends. Why would a sister get jealous of her brother's girlfriends? That's weird. So now Annalise is worried about how Brandy is going to react to her. When Brandy gets to the bourbon place, she greets them all with a hug, and they drink brandy. Oh, they drink bourbon. And Brandy is a drinker. The first question she has for Annalise is, what type of alcohol does she drink? And Annalise says she drinks tequila and whiskey. And Brandy liked that. She goes, cool. Brandy then asks Clayton why hasn't he told her anything about Annalise. Clayton told Brandy that she always have a problem with his girlfriend, and that's why he didn't tell her anything about Annalise. Brandy did not deny this, so I guess it's true. Instead, she asks why isn't there postings of him on Annalise's page, but he has postings of Annalise on his page. Clayton tells his sister that Annalise's father doesn't know about him yet. Then Brandy asks a very good question. She asks, where does Annalise's father think she is right now? Clayton told Brandy that Annalise's father thinks that she is in America for work. Annalise told Clayton that if she had told her father the truth, he would never have allowed her to come to the States. Brandy said, how do I know that she is not here for a green card? Clayton said he can't imagine Annalise faking a relationship with him for 2 years. Brandy said, I can. And then she leaves out crying. Brandy leaves out crying. That's weird. Last but not least, we have Nick and Devin. Nick takes Devin shopping. We don't have much about Nick and Devin. They didn't do much. He took her shopping. He wants them to get dressed up in the cultural costumes to take pictures. So they went, that's what they did. They went shopping for cultural costumes. They got dressed up and took pictures. After they were done taking pictures, he got down on one knee and proposed to her officially, because the first proposal was just for the visa. Then they skipped off down the lane, hand in hand, happy as can be. And that was the end of Nick and Devin. Well, this is the end of my review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.